Hello kids, today I am going to start with standard 7 subject chemistry atomic structure part 2. In our first part we had already discussed regarding atoms, molecules, difference between them and how atoms combine to give different types of molecules. Now, here we will discuss first the formation of compound. As I told that atoms combine to give new compounds. When atoms combine, either they give or accept electrons to form a new compound. And while they donate or accept electron, that is a subatomic particle. The electron, as we had already discussed, is a subatomic particle as atoms takes part in chemical reaction. So atoms hold each other by the strong chemical bond. Like here is an example of formation of sodium chloride. When sodium and chlorine combine, sodium is having valency +1 and chlorine is having valency -1. They donate electron, sodium donate and chlorine accept one electron to form a chemical bond, strong bond and give a stable compound. Now let us discuss about valency that helps or that is the factor behind the formation of a compound, that what it is, the number of atoms given or taken to form a compound. That means, as I had told, that sodium has valency +1, means it can give one electron to the other atom. Chlorine -1 means it can take or accept one electron from the other element, other atom of the element. Thus, it is the combining capacity. Valency helps to combine the atom of an element to give a new compound. So, elements having different valencies, if valency 1, they are called monovalent. If valency 2, divalent. If valency 3, trivalent. These valency can be of a single element or a group of elements. That will decide again different types of ions and radicals. So, for valency 1, the example is of sodium, Na +1, positive valency, Cl -1, negative valency. The divalent atoms are there like Ca2 plus, Fe3 plus. So, trivalent means it can donate and or take or accept 3 electrons. So, those are having valency 3, known as trivalent atoms. Now, as I use the term ions, ions are what? Like Na +1 means that is not an atom of the element now, that is an ion. So, when an atom loses or gain electrons, it becomes charged, either positive charge or negative charge. So, those charged particles are not known as atom, now known as ions. So, when an atom loses electron to form a positive ion, positive charge, it bears a positive charge. When it gives electron to the other atom, they are called cations and got name from the parent's atom. Like for sodium, I told Na+, that is, it can lose one electron to form a positive ion known as cation and named as sodium ion. An atom will gain electrons to form negative ion called anion, and it got its name from the parent name Like chlorine, I told Cl minus 1. It gains 1 electron from the other. So it forms an anion, that is chlorine, the name from the parent one, plus IDE. So chloride ion, like bromide ion. Metals are generally form positive ions because metals are having valency, that is the number of electrons in their valence cell or the last cell are 1, 2 and 3. So metals always has a tendency to give electrons to the other atoms. So it forms positive ions, or metals are generally electropositive ions. Whereas nonmetals form negative ions because in their last cell or valence cell of nonmetals it has electrons 5, 6 and 7. So it always try to accept electrons from the other, so having negative valencies or negative ions. Now we'll discuss different types of ions, monoatomic and polyatomic ions along with their examples. Only single atom with charge. As I told, like if magnesium 2 plus having valency 2, sodium 1 plus having valency 1. So only single atom with charge are known as monoatomic ions. Polyatomic ions, group of atoms with an overall charge. Here you can see the example of ammonium ion, that is NH4 plus. So that is ammonium ion carbonate CO3 minus 2 having charge minus 2. So these are group of atoms having an overall charge of plus and minus 2. These are known as radicals. These are ions, only single atom with charge. A group of atom with charge are known as radicals. Move on to a little bit introduction or format of a periodic table. It is a chart or the place where the different elements that we are talking about, sodium, chlorine, hydrogen, oxygen, all these elements are arranged in a chart form in vertically and horizontally. That is called the periodic table, given by Mendeleev in 1872. So here we have how many groups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And how the valency is being distributed. Group 1, 1, 2, 2 valency, 3, 3, 4, 4. Again from 5, 3, 2, 1, 0. Means group 8 is having valency 0. They are least reactive because they do not need, these elements do not need to accept or donate any electrons. Little bit about groups and periods. As I told, it is the periodic table. The elements are arranged in a chart form in horizontal and vertical way. Horizontally, rows are called periods and vertical columns are called groups. So, elements which are in the same group, which belong to the same group, group 1, 2, 3, 4, as I have told just now. So similar to each other. The elements which belongs to the same group are similar to each other. And also they possess the same valency. Which are in group? The vertical columns are the groups. So vertically in group 1, whichever elements will be there, they possess almost similar properties with each other and having the same valency, means in their outermost cell the number of electrons will be same.